Hello, miracle workers. How are you? It's Black Saturday, and this is a special episode because I'll be talking about one of the special persons in my life, no other than my Lola Juana, who just celebrated her 93rd birthday last March 28th. So I'll be honoring her in this episode so that you will be able to also learn more about her life and the miracles that happened in her life, and as well as be inspired by her story. So let me share to you who is Juana Asenjo. Juana Asenjo is the mother of my mother. So she's a daughter of Mariano Arquero, who died actually when Juana was about 7 months only inside the womb of her mother, Felisa. She has four siblings, namely Mercedes, Manuela, and Junicia, and Felisa. She was the youngest. All her siblings now are gone. She's the only one left. And she was really born poor. She remembers tending the Carabao. She actually is from Bicol, from Buyuan, Legazpi City. She would go to school in Bigaa without slippers, just walking. She would get wild vegetables in their farm and would sell them to strangers. When she was born, she couldn't speak well. She was stammering. She would call this bulol. And she was able to speak at the age of 13. Imagine that. Because of her devotion to Nazareno every Friday, she believes she was able to speak. That is indeed a miracle. She was bullied in school, and despite that, she would fight with her classmates who bullied her, and because she can't recite in class. One time in their church in Legazpi, she went to Nazareno to kiss the image. And in the evening, she was actually surprised that she was able to speak well. And she uttered the words, "Nasaan ang posporo?" Or in English, "Where are the matches?" She was able to finish second year high school and was not able to finish college because her lolo was no longer working. And they he used to work in as a supervisor in a construction company. During childhood, she loves playing softball in the barrio. She was singing and dancing folk in school programs, and when she was young, she dreamed of being a teacher. She thought that was the only career because of her relatives. And at the age of 18, she started working as a tindera of a store. There she met the father of her eldest daughter. He was a Chinese married guy whose first family is in China. They didn't get married at the time, and he actually courted my Lola and told her that in her 20 years in Legazpi, it was only with her that he fell in love. Wow. He loved her beauty and her simplicity. They were together for a year only, and after giving birth to my mother, Emma, in August, by September, he died, sadly. So I was not able to really meet my original lolo. She came back to her family in Buyuan. And then he met Arturo. Her husband was her actually first grade school classmate. He was an auto mechanic. He is a driver who wanted to marry my Lola. And he showed his love for Lola and my mama. And when they got married in April, my mama's surname was changed to Asenjo. They had six children, namely Rafael, Rossi, Ramon, Ronaldo, Rita, and Arturo Jr., or what we call Uncle Joe. She didn't plan to have several children. In fact, there was no family planning at that time. It was just all about love, love, love. And so when you may be wondering why are the kids' name all starts with the letter R. It R, according to her, R stands for rich, and that's a trivia, right? So she just wants to have her kids finish school, college, and Her husband was actually discouraging her because of the difficult life. And her eldest daughter, Emma, was able to finish school because of scholarship and because of the free tuition, but still needed money to fund transfer, transportation, allowance for school needs, and the likes. Being an entrepreneur, she would always borrow money from Chinese supplier, and because we have a small sari-sari store. During Saturdays, she would pay and they borrow money immediately. She was able to build good credit, and she was the actually the lone sari-sari store. I remember when I was still visiting every summer here in our province in Bicol, I remember tending for the sari-sari store. People would buy because we are just in front of the elementary school. So it was a fun experience because I would be the one to like um tend to those who are wanting to buy from our sari-sari store. And she would actually narrate some of her scariest experiences. And at before there was we were the first of the few families who had TV here. So she would have like a movie night wherein people would line up, go here, and then we would collect some coins, and these coins will collected will be donated to the church. So those were some of the fond memories that I have here in Bicol when I was still little. Um, she actually, my Lola is a disciplinarian, and she would really um, make sure that her kids are following or obedient and following rules. And at that time, I know that um, it is really something that is a custom that people are or kids are being punished when they are not following um their parents, or if they're not going to school, right? And so those are some of the things that I remember of my Lola. My Lola is so kind-hearted and generous. She's actually faithful, and she would and one of the miracles that happened to my Lola was when she was able to migrate to the US. She became a green card holder. Imagine an undergrad, not fluent in English, and was able to go to the US and live there for quite some time. So it is really indeed a miracle to be able to do that. And I remember her devotion to the saints, especially to Mama Mary, wherein she is very active in the Legion of Mama Mary. She would deliver talks to different cities in Bicol, and when she was younger. But now that she's old, she still takes time to contribute to our church. She makes sure that every Sunday there is a mass in her chapel here in Bicol, and she would participate in some Legion of Mary prayer opportunities, even if she's already old. And that's what I love about Lola. She's a very faithful servant of God. And she really influenced me in terms of my prayer life. She would initiate the Angelus every 6 p.m. every day. And she would always pray the rosary, especially at the start of her day and upon waking up and before going to sleep. So those are the things that I love about my Lola that I hopefully I get to pass on to my kids in the future. So I have already shared a lot about my Lola, and I thought of sharing this to you guys because of the phrase I reflected on during this Holy Week. Love is a sacrifice. My Lola sacrificed a lot for her kids so that all her kids will grow up, finish their school, their college. They are all professionals, engineers, accountants, and even my uncle Joe was a an attorney. In she really impressed upon her kids that they need to help one another if they really want to succeed in life. And that's what happened to them. When my mama was able to graduate, she actually, when she was working, she would also still contribute to the family, even when she was still already married and have her own family. And that was the culture that they have as a family, that they help one another. And I believe that God has blessed her with a good life, and God has indeed given her long life. At 93 years old, she's still strong, she still can dance, and even if she feels weak, it's a blessing indeed that she'll be able to still um, celebrate her life well. So I was just so happy also that last yesterday, Good Friday, I was having the opportunity to be able to color her hair. Yeah, because she can no longer go to the parlor, and so I volunteered that I will color her hair, and she um, said yes to it. And it was a rare opportunity to be given that opportunity to serve my Lola. And that is my way of showing her love, my love to her. And if it that's something that is so small, but I consider that already as a blessing. How are your experiences with your own lolas, your grandfathers, your grandmothers? I hope that you still have meaningful moments with them if they are still around. If you have the opportunity to be with them, I encourage you to be with them as much as you can. Talk to them, um, converse with them, get to learn from their own wisdom, from their life story, because I am sure that they will be able to inspire you, to mold you into better persons, and be able to guide you to the right path as you go on with your life. So, if there is actually one message that my Lola would always tell me, that life is what we make it. And similar to my belief that we are here on earth for a purpose, and that if we serve our purpose, then God will bless us even more, and that we have the responsibility to make the most of our life so that we could bless more people. I hope that this episode has blessed you. If you are blessed with this episode, I'm encouraging you to share this to your friends and family so that they too will be blessed. And I hope you had a meaningful celebration of Holy Week. And tomorrow is Easter Sunday. And let's have more loving, meaningful conversations in the next episodes of Unlocking Miracles. Thank you for listening and watching, and hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.